Stepping into the legal arena, many people feel as if they are confronting an entire system, and at times that feeling is not entirely unfounded. The reality is that courts are not designed to punish narcissists or compensate for the emotional distress you have endured. Their goal is to resolve disputes objectively based on laws and precedents, rather than on dramatic love stories. Try putting yourself in the judge's position. They have to process mountains of case files, listen to countless testimonies, and in an era where narcissism seems to have become a buzzword, distinguishing truth from subjective accusations is truly a challenge. Moreover, judges are human too. They face work pressures, political constraints, and sometimes the safest route is to apply the law mechanically, rather than delving into complex emotional narratives. So, how can you, a victim of emotional abuse, find justice in such a system? That is the question we will explore together in this video. Divorce is undoubtedly one of the most painful experiences in life. You once entered the marriage with so much hope, dreaming of a lifelong happy home, and now all that remains are fragments. The person you once trusted and loved with all your heart has suddenly become a stranger, perhaps even a demon in your eyes. You feel deeply betrayed, hurt, and crave justice and compensation. But let me tell you, the courtroom is not a place to vent your anger or seek comfort. It's not the court's role to determine who's right or wrong in your emotional matters. Their objective is to resolve legal issues fairly and objectively, based on the laws in place. Therefore, instead of seeking sympathy, you need to learn how to speak the language of the court. Focus on what the law cares about: property division, child custody, and support obligations. Gather evidence, organize your arguments clearly, and present them logically and persuasively. Judges and juries might assume that spotting a narcissist is straightforward, but the truth is far more complicated. Sometimes it takes the perfect combination: a sharp attorney, a resilient victim, and a careless narcissist to expose their true nature in court. The courtroom is a space where all shadows are revealed, invading personal privacy. It is here that we have the opportunity to expose a narcissist. Let's explore the effective strategies to outwit a narcissist and claim victory in this legal battlefield. Stay calm in court. No matter how patient you are, facing blatant slander and fabrications from a narcissist can push you to the brink of outrage. Such false accusations not only harm your reputation but also easily ignite anger within you. However, in a legal battle against a narcissist, emotional control is not just an advantage, it's a decisive factor for success. Legal experts and attorneys often emphasize that staying calm in the face of provocative, personal attacks from the opposition is a crucial strategy. Your composure not only leaves a positive impression on judges and juries, but also disrupts the opponent's attack tactics. Narcissists aim to provoke you into anger because, when you lose control, they can quickly exploit the situation to shift attention and portray you as the one with issues. This is the trap they meticulously set up, a cunning form of passing the blame. So how can you avoid falling into their trap and prove you're the true victim? The key lies in striking a delicate balance in how you present yourself. Show that you are a mature individual who acknowledges your imperfections while firmly standing your ground when necessary. Avoid being either too defensive or overly passive. This demonstrates that you are fair, reasonable, and not easily manipulated. Such consistency helps judges and juries recognize that you are truthful and unafraid to confront baseless accusations. In any legal battle, maintaining rationality is essential. However, you shouldn't appear emotionless or overly rigid. Instead, express your pain and suffering sincerely, but appropriately, at the right time and place. Balancing emotion and reason will make your story more compelling and allow others to see your true self. A wounded person striving to stay calm while fighting for justice. An experienced lawyer will guide you in managing your emotions during high-pressure situations. They'll help you prepare for hearings, train you to maintain composure under provocation, and time your emotional expressions strategically. A tear shed at the right moment or a firm statement delivered at the right time can help judges and juries understand the depth of your pain. The goal is not to defeat the narcissist by tearing them down, but to let them reveal their true nature in court. Narcissists often struggle to keep their composure when cornered. They'll retaliate, but in their uncontrolled outbursts, their darker traits will surface. This is the golden moment your lawyer can use to show that you're not the problematic party, but rather the one who has endured immense emotional harm. In this way, the truth will emerge before the jury and judge. They will see you as the true victim, someone who has suffered manipulation, slander, and abuse at the hands of the other party. Make your arguments easy for the judge to understand and agree with. If you want to gain an advantage in a divorce case, you need to know how to present the issues persuasively, highlighting key points to capture the attention of the judge and the court. This is not just about telling your story, but also about connecting it to the criteria set forth by the law and the judge. Many people misunderstand the concept of no-fault divorce. They think that since proving the other party's fault is not required to get a divorce, those faults no longer matter. This is a serious misconception. In reality, no fault simply means you don't need to provide evidence of misconduct, such as abuse, infidelity, or other wrongful acts, to request a divorce, as was previously required. Today, the law only requires you to prove that the marriage is irreparably broken and beyond repair. However, this doesn't mean that the other party's faults are irrelevant. Their misconduct, if presented skillfully with concrete evidence, can still influence other critical decisions in the case, such as child custody, property division, or financial obligations post-divorce. For example, you could present evidence that the other party is an irresponsible parent, has squandered marital assets, or has deceived you financially or in marital matters. Such evidence can be considered under current legal provisions to protect your interests. Thorough preparation is the key to achieving a favorable outcome in a case. You need to thoroughly research the relevant legal regulations. Using legal language not only demonstrates your understanding, but also creates a professional and persuasive impression on the judge. Remember, to win, you must help the judge understand that your concerns align perfectly with the legal criteria they must consider in their decision. This means that you should not only tell your story, but also tie it to what the judge and the law care about. For instance, instead of merely stating that you felt hurt when your partner was unfaithful, focus on presenting how that behavior negatively impacted the family, particularly the children, or how it affected joint finances. A story closely tied to legal regulations will give you a significant advantage. Finally, always remember that knowledge is power. Understanding the law not only boosts your confidence when presenting in court, but also helps you anticipate your opponent's moves. This allows you to prepare better and respond more effectively to unexpected situations. If you find this advice helpful, feel free to share your feedback. Legal knowledge not only helps protect your rights, but also aids you in overcoming the challenges on the path to seeking justice. Prepare your evidence thoroughly. In legal cases, especially when dealing with a narcissist, words alone will never suffice. To prove your claims are true, you need clear and convincing evidence. This evidence can take many forms. Detailed records of events, emails, text messages, witness statements, or even videos and voicemails. These documents and data are not only tools to substantiate your story, but also a shield to protect you from false accusations by the opposing party. Narcissists are masters of manipulation and distorting reality, so careful preparation is key to gaining an advantage. Start by recording every interaction between you and the narcissist in detail. Each time you communicate, whether via text, email, or face-to-face conversation, note the date, time, content, and specific context. If there are voicemails or videos, store them securely. Even the smallest details can become invaluable evidence in court. Creating a timeline helps organize information coherently and makes it easier to identify patterns of behavior from the narcissist. For example, they may portray themselves as a great parent, but repeatedly change visitation schedules or fail to keep promises. Such contradictory patterns are gold in the eyes of a judge. as they reveal inconsistencies between their words and actions. A clear timeline also allows you to present your case more coherently, ensuring no crucial details are overlooked. Do not rely solely on memory, as emotions and time can cause you to forget important details. Record events immediately after they occur in as much detail as possible. Include your feelings at the time, the specific actions of the other party, and the presence of any witnesses. Colleagues, teachers, neighbors, or anyone who has observed the narcissist's behavior can be valuable sources of information. Unbiased witness statements strengthen your case and enhance credibility in court. Judges don't know who you are or live your story. They only assess what is presented before them, the evidence, and the way each party conducts themselves in court. This is particularly challenging when the opposing party is a narcissist. They excel at manipulating emotions, playing the victim, and even smearing you to divert attention from their wrongdoing. They may deliberately provoke you to lose your temper and overreact. Then, they'll use your reactions as evidence to claim you are mentally unstable. This is one of the most common strategies narcissists employ in court. Therefore, documenting all their actions not only helps counter these manipulative tactics, but also enables you to paint a comprehensive picture of what truly happened. By presenting your case clearly, systematically, and based on concrete evidence, you will earn the judge's trust and significantly increase your chances of success. Ask your lawyer to pose direct questions to the narcissist. Narcissists are obsessed with maintaining a flawless image in the eyes of others, friends, family, judges, and jurors alike. They work tirelessly to construct an impeccable facade, hiding all flaws and wrongdoings. While this may make them seem invincible, it also creates a fatal weakness that a skilled lawyer can exploit to expose their true nature. A narcissist cannot tolerate being questioned or challenged about the image they strive to build. This is why lawyers use pointed and strategic questions to reveal their arrogance, lack of empathy, and manipulative behavior. Well-crafted questions not only unsettle the narcissist, but also provoke excessive reactions, thereby undermining the perfect image they've worked so hard to construct. For example, in a contested child custody case, a lawyer might ask, do you genuinely empathize with your child's emotions and needs? Is it true that you haven't contacted your child for 3 months, despite having no barriers to doing so? These questions are not merely aimed at gathering information, but also at applying psychological pressure. Narcissists who are hypersensitive to any criticism or challenge to their image often feel insulted or triggered. As a result, they are likely to fall into the lawyer's trap and display extreme reactions, such as blame shifting, irrational justifications, or even outright anger in court. These behaviors not only harm their credibility, but also reveal their true nature, a person who lacks control, empathy, and prioritizes self-interest above all else. In divorce cases, especially those involving child custody disputes, lawyers often focus on questions related to parental responsibilities. They know that narcissists are particularly sensitive to being challenged about their role in the family. These questions highlight inconsistencies between their words and actions and can provoke narcissistic rage, an uncontrollable emotional outburst where they expose their most unflattering traits in front of the judge and jury. By targeting their weak points with incisive questioning, a lawyer can dismantle the narcissist's carefully constructed facade and bring their true character to light, thereby strengthening your position in the case. Focus on yourself instead of trying to expose the narcissist in court. In the battle against the lies and fabrications of a narcissistic ex-partner, many people feel helpless and disoriented. They feel the pain of blatant falsehoods being spread and sometimes even believed by those in authority, such as legal professionals, social workers, or the court. These lies not only hurt them emotionally but also threaten their rights, reputation, and future. In such moments, the desire to expose the truth and reclaim justice becomes a driving force. But remember, no matter how difficult the situation may seem, you are not powerless. The good news is that you can turn the situation around. With the right strategies, you can reveal the truth and render lies ineffective, especially when dealing with influential individuals within the legal system. The key does not lie in trying to fix the narcissist or stop them from lying, but in controlling yourself and how you respond to what is happening. The common mistake many people make is expending too much energy trying to explain or prove the other person wrong. They draft long emails or messages detailing every small point in a desperate attempt to uncover the truth. However, this approach often backfires. Courts and legal professionals do not have the time or patience to read lengthy, emotionally charged documents filled with accusations and counterarguments. When both sides engage in an endless war of words, the judge or expert sees only a chaotic mess, where neither party seems cooperative or reasonable. Instead of trying to chase after the narcissist's lies, focus on presenting the truth concisely, succinctly, and clearly. Documents and concrete evidence will carry far more weight than 1,000 explanations. Remember, a coherent and logical answer always holds more power than a long, emotionally driven statement. Focus on collecting and organizing documents, records, and relevant evidence clearly and accessibly. Record each key event, including dates, contexts, and specific details. If you have emails, messages, or witnesses that corroborate the truth, safeguard them carefully and arrange them in chronological order. Narcissists often provoke you to lose your temper and overreact. Don't let them succeed. Maintain a professional tone in all communications, especially written ones. Avoid accusatory or emotional language. Instead, focus on the facts and what can be substantiated. When communicating with the court or legal professionals, ensure that all the information you provide is directly relevant and supports your argument. For example, instead of recounting the entire story with unnecessary details, focus on the other party's specific actions and their impact on you or your children, if applicable. The most critical aspect of this battle is how you respond to the lies. Calmness and composure are your strongest weapons against manipulative tactics. By not engaging in the narcissist's games, you deny them the opportunity to paint you as the problematic person in the eyes of others. Always remember that every action you take in this process should aim to demonstrate that you are credible, reasonable, and seeking justice. How you respond to the narcissist's lies is a decisive factor in your success. If you react with patience, strategy, and clear evidence, you will not only expose the truth, but also gain the trust of the court and legal professionals. This battle is not an easy one, but with thorough preparation and the right approach, you can win. Remember, rights and justice belong to those brave enough to stand up for the truth, and you are one of them.